Hello, hello, how are you? I am back again and today I'm going to do a quick perfume review of the brand new Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit Cologne. I am so excited. This perfume is so good, it's so joyful, it's so Christmassy and delicious and Moorish and oh, it's perfect. Fans are already asking for it to be part of the permanent collection and I have to say I agree, it's so good. So here is the bottle and I'm just gonna quickly tell you the notes and then we're gonna get into it. But yeah, I just want to show you the bottle because it's very cute. It's got this black and white or brown and white ribbon around the top which is removable if it annoys you, quite frankly. Sometimes I remove these things because they're cute and then they get in my way. And then the bottle is like a really lovely kind of vintagey brown glass, which I don't think we've seen from Jo Malone before and I didn't think I would be into it, but it's actually really lovely. Anyway, let's talk about the perfume. So it contains notes of ginger, roast hazelnuts, tonka bean, and subtle accords of lemon, green woods, tobacco, almond, and vanilla. Now, I have to say this, most Jo Malone perfumes are quite simple. They're quite pared back. You know, you might get just a few accords and that's really all that's going on. Whereas I think this perfume quite complex for Jo Malone. Like you really do get a lot more complexity. You get the ginger, definitely. You get this kind of spicy, nutmeggy. You get this kind of like greeny kind of note, like a greeny nutty note. There is definitely a lot of nuttiness in there, which is lovely. And then you do get this kind of like quite earthy tonka bean. Definitely a lot of vanilla. The vanilla is so good though. It's quite boozy. It's quite like whiskey, like bourbon whiskey-y. It's so good. It's almost like a really rich, delicious, indulgent vanilla. It's not cakey vanilla, it's a delicious vanilla. And then there's also something else, something kind of woodsy. I don't know, it's just really good, but it's got this freshness, it's got this smokiness, it's got this sweetness, it's got this spiciness, and it's not too much of anything. It's just like together, it's just this gorgeous kind of like cakes and warm fires and cocktails and fairy lights and just lovely Christmassiness. It's so good, like it's so good. I can see why everybody's like, make it permanent because it's incredible. I think sometimes Jo Malone do limited editions, which are like so lovely for the moment. And then they do other ones where you're like, this has to be a keeper. And this has to be a keeper. It's so good. Oh, I love it. In terms of fragrance combining, I would say mix it with Tonka to just add with that mysterious dark creaminess. I would say you could also add it with cardamom and mimosa to kind of add to the kind of the spicy, delicious notes. And then what else would I add it with? Maybe velvet rose and oud just to kind of make it a bit more floral. Maybe make it a little bit more like Turkish delight with ginger biscuit. I don't know, maybe. Just an option. I think those two could be quite fun together though. And then what else do I want to say about it? Oh yes! Gosh, yes. So I want to mention what else it reminds me of. So this perfume kind of stands alone in the collection. It's not really like anything else they do. It's a little bit like Tonka because it's kind of quite rich and mysterious, but it's not like Tonka because Tonka isn't sweet and gourmandy. Jo Malone don't really do a gourmand fragrance, but when they do, it's so good. And then what else is it like? I would say it's a little bit like Velvet Rose and Oud, just because Velvet Rose and Oud does remind me of kind of like this delicious, almost Turkish delight. It's got that sweetness, but it's also quite like mysterious and dark. And it's got that same vibe, even though the notes are different. And then what else does it remind me of? Maybe the vetiver and vanilla one, but no vetiver, more vanilla. But it's better than that. If you mixed cardamom and mimosa with vetiver and vanilla with a little bit of the roast chestnut candle, you might get there. But it really does stand alone on its own. It's not like anything else. It's not like something with a twist. It's definitely like on its own. The thing I would say it reminds me of the most, and I can't put my finger on quite which one, but it reminds me a little bit of one of the diptyque candles, the Christmas candles, the one which is like gourmand. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't remember what year it was. Maybe it was one year when they did one called Biscuit. I don't know if you remember that, but that was quite log fire and biscuity, and I think this has got similarities with that candle. Of course, that was limited edition. It was like a year or two ago, so I don't completely remember what it smelled like, but I remember it being good. And this is of course a cologne that was a candle, so you can't wear it. I want to wear it, you know, when you're like, I want to wear it, it's so good. But yeah, I love this perfume. It's unlike anything else from Jo Malone. It's rich, it's delicious, it's gourmandy, it's firesidey, it's cocktaily, it sparkles, it's exciting, it's moreish, it's delicious. But it's also, I don't know, it's not too sweet, it's definitely not too spicy, it's definitely not too clove and orangey, it's definitely just kind of like magical and Christmassy, and I love it. I love it. I want them to continue doing it forever because it's so good. I think I might need to buy myself a 100ml bottle because it's that good. This is just not enough. I need more. It's too good. But yeah, it's incredible. I don't think it actually needs to be fragrance combined with anything. It's just perfect on its own. And also it's not too rich, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not too intense. There is this kind of like, it's rich and lovely, but it's not too intense. Like, if you tend to steer clear of quite rich, heady, kind of too much fragrances, it still has this kind of lightness and elegance that you expect from Jo Malone. It's perfect. It's like nothing else. It's amazing. So that is my video. I hope that was of help. If you've got any questions, let me know. The shopping link is below. I think it's probably going to sell out quite quick. There is also a candle version, which I would definitely recommend considering. And that's my video. Thank you so much. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.